I drew every day for a year. What's the progress? Was it worth it?
Yes, this is one more video about PewDiePie's art progress.
So this all started as a random idea. I wanted to make a progression video and I picked art because I thought it was easy to track.
Oh yeah, I also was impressed by his success in first two videos. And frankly, that progress had hurt my feelings, and I think not just mine, because my progress wasn't so fast. But about that later.
I had to do at least a year. And here we are! Day 1. A self-portrait? What's up, Björn?
We all started with it.
Yes! Man, this is nice to watch. Here's when I started to look up tutorials and stuff online. You think it'd be better, but they all kind of look like they have some sort of allergy. Like they ate a lobster and they have a seafood allergy. The chin is very big. I probably would have made it something more like...
Oh, that is so cool when you're beginning to understand your own mistakes and can to fix them. It's important.
It's already so much better. So this is my progress after 82 days, 84. And I really think here's where I peaked in terms of if you wanted to just improve as much as possible in the shortest time.
Yes, I think yes. As someone like me who learned by myself, it's incredible result in 84 days. But I think with the right approach, it's possible to achieve even more during this time, when you have someone who can to point out your mistakes and give you good advice, for example.
I think just adding colors on papers is so satisfying to look at that it kind of forgives a lot of the anatomy errors, the poor line work, the sketches still being there. Like, it's just nice to look at regardless.
Yeah, colors literally bring your art alive.
It's cute.
But for my experience, for me it's the opposite. Mistakes become more obvious after colored.
First of all, don't do what I did. I just kept drawing the same things.
Why being so critical to yourself? I see here the attempt to draw different views and emotions. Drawing the same thing every day, you will improve, but only in this thing.
Anime girl, too much anime.
Objection. There can't be too much anime.
I was trying to be technical and like give myself notes so I can improve. I really wanted to draw more color, but it takes so much time to do that, and I really felt like I needed mileage more than anything.
Oh, this is so adorable. I think this is a good compromise in the initial stage.
Finally, I move on and I draw boys. This is the boys arc. I drew so much guys from anime because I thought I drew so many mangas. You probably recognize these. I think that.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
I also had the same problem. More often I draw girls than boys, but this is really important to try something new, to progress. Preferably to understand why something should be drawn in the one way or another.
Address a couple things from my last video, and one of them is just a huge thanks to other YouTubers that reacted to my video.
Oh, look, I'm not here.
I think that was so cool to see and actually get encouraged by professionals. I really appreciated that. I think the biggest sort of thing that helped is that I'm actually older. Like, I'm 35 now, and I think if I did this thing when I was younger, I would not have seen the same improvement. But I also think, you know, the improvement I had, anyone can achieve. Like, I wanted my video to be inspiring for other people to do the same thing.
Honestly, the video is really inspirational. I think one of the reasons why many people don't progress, it's fear. I have the same problem too. Always needed to get my thoughts together before starting to draw. You are afraid that you can't draw something. You saw a beautiful art process by another artist and want to do like them, but you can't in this moment. This is why you are afraid to try something new. Poses, emotions, and it inhibits your progress.
Like that's my goal. Like people say anyone can draw, and I truly, truly believe that. You start with a circle, you draw a middle line, you draw where the eyes are gonna be, you kind of figure out how the chin is gonna be, the nose, the mouth, the ear.
Yes, when you started and don't know the proportions yet, this base will help you a lot.
So I bought this pen. This pen is amazing. It's a brush pen, and if you squeeze it, ink comes out, and you can draw really slim lines or really thick lines really quickly. And I told myself I was gonna force myself to use this pen, even though it looks like shit. I was gonna really, like, I'm gonna use this pen. I need to learn how to draw without the whole circle thing again. At least that's what I wanted to do. And it took some time. It felt like taking 100 steps back, but that's how you have to improve, you know? You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Yes, every artist understands it. First you grow up, then fall down, then you can just stand in one place, and so on.
So I did some manga panels. And
Oh my god,
it's like I'm looking at
it's
a manga. It's really
insane.
cool. Getting more comfortable.
Looks
It's
so
more
cool.
proportions. So yeah, this felt like a little side quest, but I'm glad I took it. And yeah, it was really fun. But what I should have been doing is draw other things as well. I did find it amazing, like how I could all of a sudden, even though I never practiced drawing a cloud, I could draw a cloud better than I ever could. I started drawing manga panels. I started drawing perspective, and I wanted to understand these things. Drawing landscapes. This is Nihei. I love his work so much. So finally, after, I don't know, 300 days of drawing, I picked up an art book. I should have done this ages ago.
Oh,
I picked up a couple art books.
I
Some
never
more
drew
technical
using
than
books,
others, but I
and
really
most
enjoyed
of
this one,
useful
Taco,
materials
because
I
enjoyed the
found
style
on
of it.
Pinterest
Obviously, everyone
or
has different
used my own
preferences. I think
photos.
if you were to be a professional artist, you probably want to pick like a human anatomy book and really study it. But for me, it's just supposed to be fun. And I think if I'm having fun, I will remain consistent. So at least that's what I was trying to focus on.
Yes, this is one of more important things in progress. Just drawing is not enough. Important to understand how to draw. Due to this, you will not only be able to draw better, but also completely break some of them.
I had sketched so much, and it feels embarrassing to admit this, but like everyone was so amazed by my 101 that I felt like, okay, well, my year one has to be really good, right? Like, but progress isn't a straight line. Like, I think I was being too hard on myself where...
Yes, you should be more kind and forgiving to yourself. Otherwise, your way will be hard.
I was getting close to a year and I'm like, I don't have anything to show for it. I drew a full body one.
Oh, it's so good. Coincidentally or not, I don't know, but PewDiePie chose a good color combination.
And I'm like comparing it to my 80-day one, and I'm like, the 80-day one is still better. Even though it's just like full body, it's still better.
No,
if you want to improve, you have
everything
to
is
kinda go through
okay.
the pain of
First, to draw full
soaking
body
again, I
is
guess.
more difficult. Second,
It
it's
really
visible
felt
that the line
like, oh,
becomes
cool,
clear.
like, I drew for this much, and I don't have anything to show for it. I think I wanted to learn to draw and actually understand anatomy. Before, it didn't matter to me. It was just a hobby, but now I'm like, I want to actually know, like, how do you draw legs? How do you draw different expressions?
To learn drawing is the same as to learn other things. You need time to understand and explore everything. Colors, render, perspective, light and shadow, anatomy, reflections, and even physics and biology. This is why you have no reasons to get upset.
I did push myself a lot towards the end here. And that's when I bought an iPad.
Oh, digital art is second stage of a beginner artist. I drew my first digital arts on telephone on an Ibis Paint X app with my finger.
Coming in clutch last minute. Super satisfying to draw with a pen on an iPad. But obviously it was way different. So again, it was like a last minute learning curve of me not understanding the program and yada yada yada.
Oh yes, when you switch to a new device, again, You need time to get used to it. In that situation, I usually do study artwork until I get used to it.
So let's go through the last thing I drew, which was on the iPad. So I started off just sketching, and I was still too scared to draw bodies. I drew this, which I thought was going to be amazing, and I ended up really hating it. I think the colors are fun, but I didn't know how to draw hair. I at least tried to draw like a full body, but I was so scared of getting it wrong that I think I just made it look weird.
Yes, this is what I told you about. Earlier, he had fun because he didn't thought about this seriously. But now the fear comes, and it has become more difficult to relax and be more brave.
So I practiced drawing hair, but it's just like nothing interesting about it. This is just to try it out. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna really wow you guys. I started the line work. I tried my best to draw the actual hands. This is gonna be so good. And this is the end result. And I genuinely hate looking at it.
Hey, no! Don't hate your artwork. It's just a process. This is one more step along your way. Sometimes you go down a perfect road. Sometimes you step on a stone and sometimes on a puddle. Yes, but it's alright. The road will be better.
Unsatisfying. This was supposed to be like the most simplest thing ever, like black high contrast with some color. Still, I didn't like it. And I was getting so close to the deadline. I think I have like 20 days left until this video. I drew a full body with perspective, and I thought it came out pretty good. I was okay with this one, but I still felt like I could do more.
I think it's really good result.
I told myself I'm gonna give one last effort. I have to really like it to actually sketch it. And this is the last thing I drew. I finished it yesterday.
Oh,
I think I'm
it's
finally happy with
so cool.
I finally drew clothes that isn't just black, and I actually put some more time into the hair and like making the lines look nice and small little details and having the high contrast light. Maybe it's wrong, but it's there at least, and I think it makes it more interesting, you know, with some shadows and different pose, you know, all of it. I think I'm finally happy with it. I think for a year progress, yeah. Am I allowed to be happy?
Of course, this looks very good. He had a long way, but there is clearly some progress.
Day 365. I don't know, maybe maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like I finally beat my 80-day whatever. This is still better. I don't.
So, as you saw, the progress of PewDiePie from first day to 100 was so impressive, but from 100 to 365 was not so much. And I think the PewDiePie chose the right way. He understood that he needs to learn basics to achieve more. You can be drawing every day and your art will become better, but you need to learn basics to become a professional. That's all. Be like PewDiePie. Draw. Draw with pleasure. Thanks for watching. Leave your likes and comments. Subscribe. Bye.